now what we can do is we generate the report for the salesperson, and we uncomment that, and we are going to create the method here. Okay, and probably what you can do is you can get from the product manager, say, oh, this is what we did. Okay, let me just do that. And we also need to do the sort, right, for this one. But for this one, we also need to get the total, right? Get the total. So what we are going to do is for the salesperson manager, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create I'm going to create a reference, okay, so that it can refer to the product manager. Because I need to have the product manager in order to process this one. I say product manager, that's the P manager. And I'm going to have a setter to set the P manager. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, okay, the product manager is equal to this manager. Then I can just use the P manager in this program now. So what I need to do is I need to be able to compute the totals for a salesperson, right? So what I'm going to do is I will need to generate get total sales. Get total sales value. So what we are going to do here, get the total sales value, and we need to get the value 1, value 2, value 3, and value 4, right? We need to get the values there. And is the value that we have there, or is the no? It's not the value. It's just the number there. So we don't worry about the value for each product here. But we need to look at the total sales for this person. That's the performance part. So what we are going to do is we need to have the product manager so that we can refer to which product. How could we compute this? Do you know how to compute this one? Have a accumulator set to 0 at the beginning. Right? For each sales, what we are going to do is total is equal to total plus sales at the specific I times the price information, right? How could you get the price information? It will be the product manager. I would get, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get product from here. Get a product. Get which product? Get the ice product. Then for this product, I'm going to get the price. I did not implement the get the product yet. Let me just go ahead and do that. then I can just simply do return total. Is that clear? And what you can do is we can generate a sort. Very similarly, do array sort on this all. We are going to generate a comparator, and this will be salesperson. Okay, and what's that? I don't like to rename. I like to have the compare. So let me just do that. This will be salesperson. S1 and salesperson S2. Okay. So what's that? Oh, I'm sorry. It should not be arrays, right? This one would be collections, right? Because this one would be that's it. Let me see comparators. Okay. Now, when I try to compare these two salesperson, we need to based on their sales, their total sales. So again, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say double diff is equal to S2 dot get total sales value. I'm going to have the P manager minus S1 dot get total sales value. I have the P manager. I'm going to generate the total sales. I'm going to do exactly the same thing as before. Okay? Now, I'm able to do the sorting. Okay? And I'm ready to print it out. And the only thing that we have is this will be get I instead of, because this is a list. So how could we do that? All you have to do is generate a toString. At this place, at the salesperson, let's generate a toString. Okay, when we generate toString, if you look at, we would have person ID, P1, P2, P3, P4, and then have the performance, have the total sales. So what we are going to have here is return ID have a tab, have the product 1, it would be sales at 0, have a tab, have sales at 1, have another tab, have sales at 2, have another tab, sales at 3, have another tab, have the total. I did not define a total, let me just do that. I just create a field called total so that you would remember that. Okay? And now, what's going on here? And what you can do is, for the salesperson manager, let's take a final look at the report generating, and you close everything, and here it would be, let's make it a little bit simple. Okay, let's just see ID. I have one tab, I see P1, have another tab, P2, I have another tab, P3, I have another tab, P4. This then followed by the total value. Okay? Or total. Don't worry about what's in the specification there. And we will be done. And let's get back to the market main. And we have the salesperson performance. We save it. And we try to write. Oopsie. So when you take a look at this, we say for all the sales, sales.length get total value non-pointer exception get product. Let's see. So this is the ice. I have a 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Did you see anything wrong here, folks? We have 4. It shouldn't, right? Because we have already we have the sellability first, so the product, everything for the product has been set already. And let's see it again. Do a quick, so that I would know what's the i's value here. Hopefully, we would identify. So essentially, you don't have anything in the product manager part. Oh, I know. It's really, this one. The salesperson manager never set the product manager, because you need to set the product manager in order to have something to refer to. And come here, have a salesperson performance. Was the value correct? Oh, there's a 400 there. 20. Well, let's see. Let's see what's the difference there. 105. No, the sorting was good. It's just the total was not correct, right? And let's see. There's a 10-2. The 10-2, and this 20 clearly, the value that we did was not correct. Okay, right? So looks like the price information that you are getting was not correct, right? Was that off by 1? Not really, because this 20 should times 20, which is 3, and unfortunately it looks like it times a 10, right? So let's take a look. So it would be in the get total part. Okay. So for the that would mess up everything. Yes, absolutely. Because this is trying to get the I, because the product manager has already been sorted, and the I will not give you the correct answer. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So what you need to do is really go back to the product manager, and when you see this get, and you cannot just do a simple get anymore. So this is what we are going to do. I'm going to come here. I say, okay, I try to get the product, because you know that the product IDs get off by 1, so I'm going to increment by 1, and I'm going to come to the product manager, and I know that this is ID. Then I'm going to iterate through the list. I say for int I is equal to 0, I is smaller than all dot length, and I plus plus, I will say if all at the ith location dot get ID is equal to the ID that you have here, I'm going to return all at the ith location. Otherwise, I'm going to return a null. It will cause an exception, but hopefully, all our processing are correct here. So let's come back here, try to run it again. Come here, try to refresh it. Okay, so now everything is correct. So whenever you write a program, nobody can really say, oh, I'm going to avoid all the mistakes. But you need to keep in mind, you need to understand your code very, very well. And whenever you get something wrong, you want to know why something went wrong. Okay? Just think about this product. You say, oh, I assume that the ith location would have the ID for that specific product. It is true at the beginning, but it's not true after the sorting. So you need to understand what's going on in the program very, very well. If you don't, it's very, very easy for you to mess up the program. And you just get completely lost, after that point. Okay? So, I'm going to upload everything and make sure that you read everything. Okay? Thank you.